Hey, hey! Welcome to another episode of All Things with Jules and Bea. And we are going to be talking gaming today. So Bea and I are both, pretty decently into gaming. I feel like I game a lot. I'm pretty sure she games a lot. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to do an episode on gaming, how we got into gaming, just a little introductory sort of thing into that. So I don't know if you want to start.
When did you start playing games?
When did I start playing games? Super young. When I was little, my dad got us an NES and we had Duck Hunter. That was like the first game I ever played. We were just like, I remember I just sitting there in my living room like shooting these ducks like for the longest time. That was my favorite thing. And then after that period, we got a Sega and we were obsessed with the Sega for a long ass time. We played the Jurassic Park game and Sonic. Sonic was like one of my favorite things. Me and my brother like loved Sonic. My gram at one point, I don't remember how old I was, maybe like, 8 or 9. I don't remember when it came out exactly, but I got a Virtual Boy for my birthday one year, and that was my obsession. Like, I would play for so long that my eyes would get like super blurry, and like, I couldn't see straight for like 15 minutes and I was done. I think that's probably why I have such horrible vision in life. Like, my eyes are shot, because I was just like staring at the red screen of death for like hours playing Wario Land 3 and Mario Tennis, like, non-stop. But those were the things that kind of got me into gaming. We've always had different systems growing up. My brother was really big into gaming. We had a GameCube. I had a Game Boy Color, a Game Boy Pocket. I played all the Pokemon games on that. That was like my favorite thing for all that. My brother had an Xbox. We had a Nintendo Wii. I don't know. I've had like so much. And I've always been like primarily a console gamer. Like, I didn't really do a lot of like PC gaming or anything like that until within the past, when did I get my PC? I think like 2022, like the end of that, 2022 I think I got it. And now I'm obsessed with PC gaming. There's just so much more. Oh, it is better, and you have more control, and it's just, there's so many games to choose from. You're not just like, you don't only have to play the mainstream things that come out on console. You can find like the most abstract, like weird little indie games, and just, I love stuff like that. So there's so many things.
So let's think here. My uncle, who's 7 years older than me, my grandma got him a NES when it first came out, and we played Mario, and I sucked balls at it. Yeah. I literally could not get past the first level, and then I would just keep trying and trying and trying. Like, my depth of field is so bad.
Mario's kind of hard though sometimes. Like, he doesn't jump the best at times, so like, trying to play it when you're young especially, like, I don't know. It can be difficult.
So that put me off on video games, and then I hated them for a very long time, and then I met my second husband, and he was like, just try this game, So finally...
What was it? What game did you want you to?
What game was it? Oh, it was a multiplayer online game called DC Universe.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because he knew I liked superheroes, so he was like trying to find the balance.
Yeah.
And we played that game. I eventually got too good at that game, and he did not want to play with me anymore.
Was that game kind of like Super Smash Brothers, where you're like different heroes and you're fighting each other, or like fighting villains? Oh, okay.
No, it's similar to WoW.
Oh,
and then I switched off of that game and learned the wonderful ways of PC gaming, and I was into WoW, where I met all my bestest friends, and it helped me like through a spiritual awakening and so many things. But I played WoW for a long time, and then from there I just played various PS4 games.
Yeah.
We had a PS3, I think, and then we had 2 PS4s because I didn't want to wait my turn anymore.
Oh,
so we only had one. Yeah. So with these giant TVs side by side, and you're over there and I'm over here. Because you can't, I don't care what people say. You're wearing a headset, and even if you're in the same house, like, I need to be able to see your screen. If you tell me that you're there and I'm still waiting for your ass to heal you, I can't. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Stick together.
Yeah.
Like, and I never played as a healer anyway, I was always DPS. So, like, you had to stay close to me anyway.
Yeah.
Because that's your job.
Yeah.
As a healer. And then I got into some, like, I guess that is Stardew Valley like an indie game?
I mean, it's not. I guess it's more just a farming sim. Like indie to me is like games that are kind of like not really known all that much. You know what I mean? They're kind of smaller games, and it's like part of like the smaller community of games where it's not overly like known, but like enough people know about it that they like still kind of maybe play it. I don't know. I guess that's just what I consider like indie type of games. Yeah.
And now, and then my son and I would play games together, but they're like God of War, all that kind of stuff. So like he'll play till we get to a safe spot, and then I'll play till we get to a safe spot. And then we like correlate together.
I actually think I have that game. I don't think I played it, but I just
it's
think
like
I
the best lore and the best.
I like games like that though. I like games that have storylines like that and that they're really intense and kind of like Skyrim based type of games where it's like you're in some weird like medieval type of time and you have to fight like weird.
Would you like to hear a fun story about Skyrim?
I love Skyrim. Yes.
So
I used to play a lot of Skyrim.
Skyrim was big in our house, and I love soundtracks. Absolutely love soundtracks.
Like gaming, yeah.
So when I am creating all my malas,
you're listening to like gaming songs. When I'm making soap, sometimes I put on I showed my gaming playlist the other day, but I play like I have so many different songs on there from my favorite games. There's some I really wish they would put on Spotify too. Like there's this game I play called Atomic Crops. It's like I fucking love it. It's like a what's it called? Oh my god. Like a rogue type of game where you're just going around like shooting like a bunch of things and you know what I mean, like running around shooting and gathering like different weapons and you're just like killing a bunch of shit at one time and getting points for it or whatever. But in that game they have like the most amazing soundtrack and I want to add it to that playlist so bad, but like Spotify's not allowed to have it on there, I guess. Like they obviously don't have like the licensing to have it on there. I'm so bummed about it because they have the funnest like soundtrack and I'm always jamming out to it while I'm playing and I'm like
I love that kind of music.
Me too. It's actually like kind of like meditative, you know what I mean? Because
there's
like it's all like boop boop, like just I don't know, just different little sounds and no lyrics or anything, and you're just chilling.
No, that's the best. The best. I was just gonna say something else.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I lost.
I got excited.
That's okay.
We were talking about Stardew Valley a little bit. Is that what you were gonna talk about? I don't know.
No.
Oh, okay.
So do you have like style of gaming? Do you like all games?
I am a variety gamer, yes. Like, actually, there's one person who's, like, my friend on Steam and in Discord and stuff, and he's always making fun of me because I'm always, like, switching up. I'm playing, like, one game here, and then I'm playing another game. He's like, you play the most random games. You don't ever just stick to one genre of game. I'm like, I know, I like it all. Like, I'm just... Depends on my mood, like, what I want to play, but...
No, I'm just a weirdo.
Lately, I've been, like, really into, like, the roguey type of games. It's just so easy for me, like, especially if I've already been, like, having a long day, but I just want to sit down and, like, zone out while I'm gaming and not really thinking too much while I'm gaming. Those are the perfect ones because you can just sit there, I don't know, and you don't have to think about anything. You just run around killing a bunch of shit at one time. There's like a new one I actually got called Maniac. I think I told you about it, where I'm like a drunk Santa.
Yeah,
you have like all these, you have all these different characters that you can unlock depending on like what you do. But you have to go around and you basically it makes me think of like Grand Theft Auto mixed with it because you're like causing a bunch of chaos everywhere and like killing a bunch of stuff and like destroying a bunch of things to get money and perks and things like that. But then the cops come out and then like. When the cops can't get you, then the FBI shows up, and then after the FBI comes the military, and then the military leads to like higher military, and it keeps like going up and up and up until you have like so many stars chasing you around, and you have to wait like basically till this big ginormous nuke goes off to nuke the town, so that you can like win that level and win as that character before you would like move to another character.
That sounds amazing.
It is so much fun. Like you don't have to think at all. You're just going around, and it's like chaos. Like. I like things like that because I swear I have ADHD and I'm just like the constant like needing to like jump around is like
organized chaos.
Yeah. It's fun though. I like it.
When I was playing WoW, during that time my stepmom had a stroke.
Oh.
And I had to fly there.
Okay. And
I have like a really bad fear of flying.
I don't like flying either.
I can't do it. So anyway, I had to get on this plane and I'm sitting there and the whole time I'm like. Even in a video game, if I'm flying, I will start to feel like panicky. So one of the missions in WoW was you had to like tame this oriental looking dragons for the panda village. And I failed at it so many times, but I was like, if I can't beat this level, I can't upgrade to the next blah blah blah, and that like overtook my fear. So while I'm in this airplane, that's all I could think about. I kept saying it to myself. You drive a purple dragon, you like over and over and over in my brain until I got to my destination. But like video games, that's how they help me. Like, if you can do this, blah, blah, blah. And I always, when I'm playing a video game, like, resorted to, like, real life. Even when we play Dead by Daylight.
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, this is such a psychological bullshit. All I have to do is outwit you.
Yeah.
That's literally all I have to do.
Yeah.
And you seem like you're the kind of person who's gonna go right.
Right.
Psychologically.
I actually really love doing that. Like, I love when you're, like, running from the killer and you're, like, dodging really quick and they get super pissed off because they, like, thought they had you, but you, like, dodge really quick around the other side and you're dodging and you're, like, going in all the opposite ways, and then they, like, when they do actually finally get you, then they, like, beat the shit out of you because you're like, yo, fuck you. Like, but...
Yeah, yeah. But that's
love it.
why
When
when we started all, like, when I was married, like, all of us played this game, and, everybody's like, well, why are you gonna play killer, blah, 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 you should just play survivor, you have all these people to help you. I'm like, because it fucks with your brain, man.
Yeah.
I want to fuck with their brains.
Yeah.
And, like, every time I'd play as Hag, I would put, like, the traps in the most random spots.
Oh.
Because everybody's like, oh, you gotta do the windows, or you
People are
gotta
probably expecting
the
that.
door.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, because it's, like, herd mentality.
Yeah.
No. I got it somewhere random in a cornfield.
Yeah, then they're gonna get
like,
trapped in there and, like, yeah.
You're dead.
And you already know where it went off and you're like, oh,
dead.
there's a person.
So fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like the trappy killers, and I like to use...
I, like, very rarely play as a killer. I just like being a survivor. I don't know. I like going around,
It's
like,
fun.
hiding, and, yeah, I just...
When I'm playing as Survivor, I always make sure that you cannot hear me at all.
That's the player you saw I had the same player the whole time. She is so quiet, and I have all the perks built up where it's, like, super, super quiet, because I have,
Do you
like...
have Urban Evasion?
I don't know. I don't think
That's
so.
the one where you can, like, crouch really fast.
Yeah, no, I don't have that.
That is such... You have to have that. Although some
think
people
I
will
have
probably hear this and be like, that's such a shit...
Probably.
What do you mean? You can crouch
Somebody's
low
gonna be mad.
and be fast. Why do you not want that?
I do. Anybody that I can be, like, super quiet with and I can sneak around and they're not going to really know. I have that, and also, like, I want to be able to have, like, a notification when the killer's near. Like, I have those perks sort of turned on. Yeah, where, like, it's within, like, however close they are. Like, it, like, alerts me a little bit, so I'm like, oh, okay, like.
I have Bond. I need to know where everybody is because I can't rely on anybody unless I can see you. That's
yeah, I don't have that on. I'm just like,
life.
yeah.
That's like my real life. Like, if I can't see what you're doing, I can't rely on you.
What about, like, for PlayStation and stuff? Like, what are your favorite games to play on there?
I played, what's it again? I'm terrible at names, but it was like this game. It was a creative game. I think it was called, like, not Sackboy. Basically, it was like I cannot remember this game right now. But it was a game where you're like this little sack puppet, and you have to go through, like, this crazy world.
Yeah, is it called, like, Big Little World or something like that?
Little
Big World or something like that.
Yeah,
I never played that, but I do know what you're talking about.
I played both of them when they came down.
Okay.
And that game I'm really terrible because I'm not good at jumping.
Okay.
Because
you don't like platform type of.
I mean, I do like them, but I'm not very good at them.
Yeah.
But unless, like, the art is really good.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack, then I'll, like, get it. But I like games with stories.
Me too. Do you like becoming where you can choose different endings and different outcomes?
Like Detroit becoming whatever it is.
Yeah, that AI where it's like, I like that game. I had that game. I like all those games. What's the other? Heavy Rain. Oh, fucking love. Sean! 7,000 years later. Sean!
Okay. Yeah. So this is a fun thing. We played this game twice.
I love Heavy Rain though. Like, I played it so many times.
My ex-husband he's like, what game do you want me to play? And I was like, oh, you should really play Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
So literally, I would sit there and watch him play this game, and he would read it to me, the story or whatever, and then I could pick the outcome. So I would actually have to play it.
Okay.
And then listen to all the things, and I'm like, that's right, you're dying now.
I do, but like whoever made Heavy Rain, they like make those other ones. There's another one, Beyond Two Souls. I think you would love that one.
Oh yes, I think Corwin
that
played this game, and he's like, "Mom, you should get this
Dude,
game."
it's so good. You would love it. She like can control things with her mind, and it's such a good freaking game. Like,
I probably would like that game then.
There's that game, and then there's other games that I like to play. I can't think of what they're called right now. I'm about to like try to look it up. I do have one in my Steam. Let's see if we can find it really quick in my wish list. I can't think of what they're called, But these games, I know you. Oh, Life is Strange, like the Life is Strange games.
yeah,
Oh my god,
okay.
I love them so much. I think
feel
they're
like
amazing.
I played Life is Strange. Is that like a sequel? That one that you just showed me?
That's like the newest one. There's so many. Like I've played pretty much all of them, but the very first one, basically, there's this girl and she's in high school and she has a friend and something weird happens. Like she's a photographer and stuff, and something weird happens one day where she realizes she can like rewind time. It's basically all these people that get these random special powers, and you have to like choose like different outcomes, and each outcome leads to a different ending in the game.
Did they make a movie on that?
I don't
a
know.
Netflix series? Did they make a Netflix series, people?
Yeah, let us know because I have no idea. I don't know anything about that, but it's that series of games are like my favorite games. So I've played pretty much every single one so far. There's that new one coming out, but the new one is basically just a remake of basically the first one.
Oh,
so,
okay.
so the Life is Strange games, like if you like those type of games where you have to choose different endings and really choose like between life and death type of things, like it's, and this is a amazing storyline. It's so like the storyline, I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but like towards the end, like it blew my mind, like what was really going on, and like oh my, it was like crazy. Like they always have the craziest endings, and
I forget
they're so good.
Corbin said he's
so
playing
good.
a new game, and he's I don't know what it's called, so now I don't even know why I should talk about it. But like he's like, Mom, the storyline, and it's Grounded.
Oh yeah, I do have that on my wish list.
Okay,
yeah.
so I just got this game, and the controls are really good on it, but like so far the storyline sucks.
Oh.
And Corin's like, Mom, the storyline sucks. But I'm wondering, like, if subconsciously that's what I'm thinking. He thinks it sucks, so I think it sucks.
So you're already just not like entertained with it.
Yeah, but I like shooter games.
Okay, and this is like primarily like a shoot. Okay.
Well,
I'm like hit or miss with those. Like I've been trying to get into like some like first person shooter games only because me and the kids play a lot of Roblox. Like I play with them all the time, and we play like fake little like Fortnite games and stuff on there and different little shooter games on there, but I want to play like real shooter games. And so there's a couple I was playing that were like free in the Steam store. There was like Apex was one of them, and I didn't really like that. Like the map like changes too much. I just don't really. It wasn't what I was looking for. And then the other one was Counter-Strike 2 that I started playing, and I think I would really like to play that, but I don't know if I need like a new graphics card or like an updated sort of graphics card or something, because it was like glitching and it's not really like.
Have you played Warhammer?
No, I don't think I played that at all.
Let me see.
But a lot of them I just don't like. Like storyline games that have like primarily shooting, I don't like to play. Like there's this one game that everybody loves to play, and I'm always like, I hate it. It's like the stupidest game for me. Like you're just going around like shooting things, and like any treasures you find are basically just more bullets and stuff. It's not like fun for me. Like it's like Uncharted, the Uncharted games. Everyone's like, oh, they're so great. I'm like, I fucking hate those games.
No, what's the other one? That's kind of sort of. I got Uncharted 1 and 2, and it's
okay.
Xbox.
Oh, you didn't like okay.
But what's the other
I'm glad
one?
you agree.
Oh, like Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I actually don't mind those type of games. I like those type of games.
I like the games where you have to like sneak around.
Yeah, same.
And like sleuth out kind of stuff. I like the sleuthing games.
A game I think you would really like, you should try to play it if your PlayStation ever gets fixed again or it's not like acting crazy, it's my favorite game in the whole entire world. I've played it so many times. We Happy Few. It is like an apocalyptic type of game, but basically everybody in the world, like everybody's super unhappy and the world is falling apart, but like the government doesn't want them to know that, so they're feeding them these like happy pills, and it's called Joy, and there's like 3 different flavors. There's like vanilla, strawberry, or chocolate, and you take your Joy for the day, and it makes it basically like where you're kind of tripping in the world. You're not seeing what's actually going on in the world. It like completely blinds you, and you can still operate in life.
Who made this game?
I don't remember. I don't remember, but it's like my I'll show you the cane case when like we get off here. But it's my favorite game. But basically, you're like you have to like sneak around, and you're going into different villages, and you're basically trying to get out of like you're trying to break out of where they have us all like contained. Like there's different towns and stuff, but it's all contained within like one humongous base.
Oh my god!
And there's other people that are like kicked out of the actual good towns because basically the Joy stopped working for them, so they started becoming like feral type of people and like not really. They're starting to see everything, and they're like have to eat like dead mice and stuff, and they're like they can't really like function, and then some of them go super crazy and they're like zombies at night, and they'll come and try to infect you. It's the best game ever, and you have weapons and stuff, and when you're like going around, like I really like to go around like stealing everything. Like
That's what I do. When I play Ark, I'm like, I'm just gonna like follow at a safe distance.
Yeah.
And
I just
wait
steal everything.
for you to die and be smart. And steal all your shit.
Everything. And I like to go and there's a lot of breaking in people's houses. You can unlock their doors and break into their house and like steal all their stuff. And there's actual like good stuff to steal. So it's not just like bullets for your gun or whatever. Like there's actually and like me, like there's not usually guns in that game, but there's like stuff that you can bludgeon people with. And I like that. I like games where I can bludgeon people. I don't want to be playing no games where I have to like aim and shoot. I want to come at you with a huge like
hammer
and knock your head off or like a mace or like one of those things where
what
like
is your favorite weapon?
My favorite weapon? Probably like a mace or something. Just something I can like really bludgeon the fuck out of you with and
when
just
I played Diablo,
knock you down.
that's all I used.
Or a huge axe. Like I'd like a huge axe and just like chop you in half.
I like axes too, but I think I prefer some type of
What are those things called where you like...
It's a mace.
That's not a mace though.
Yes, a mace isn't a mace like a round
I thought a mace
ball.
was... Yeah, but I thought it was like attached to a pole.
And you like swing it around. That's a mace.
Are they both maces though? Like there's one that's like attached to a pole and then the one that you also swing around is a mace? Or is that something else?
Maybe.
I like both of those, but...
Either one is fine to defeat
anything I can bludgeon
enemies.
people with, that's my favorite.
I like that. Yeah. And that's usually the role that I play.
Yeah.
I usually play like a paladin or warrior or a death knight. Or something where I can just like conjure up hell and you're dead. When I played
You're in a mood, you just want to go around bashing people and be like...
Listen, it was therapy for me.
Yeah.
It was therapy for me.
Same.
So when I was playing WoW, I primarily played as a death knight and I played as a paladin.
Okay.
I think one time I played as... Oh, my brain. I can't remember, so long ago, but it was one where you had to like... What are they called? We have to use like like a sorcerer kind of.
Okay.
I can't remember what they're called, but it's like a sorcerer kind of person. And no, I can't.
No, I mean sometimes like when I used to play Skyrim a lot, I used to choose like I used to be an elf all the time, like because I just love elves, but they're primarily like magic, and that's like fine. I was always the dark elf, like I always choose like a dark elf, and they had magic and stuff, and that's like fine. But most of the time, even though I had the magic, I would still find myself like using my weapons anyway because I feel like I have more control and I like killing people that way. I like
do you
physically like annihilating.
Do you get this way when you're playing a game? You're like, I'm in it.
Oh yeah.
Do not bother
I'm
me.
immersed.
I can feel.
I need
all
full
the
attention.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I am. Especially like.
Yeah.
Lately, I can't wear my headphones. Like I have to for Dead by Daylight because you have to be able to hear the killer.
Yeah.
But like the other games, like when I play DRG. I just put my headset down and I'm like, oh, there's bugs coming.
Yeah.
But like, I like games like that where you can just like
zone out,
and then my mind's like slowly replaying the day, and I'm like, oh, that really wasn't that bad of a problem.
Yeah, I like it. That's why I like those roguey games lately because I don't have to think in them at all. I can just kind of zone out and be in the zone of literally like I want my mind to just be blank a lot of the time. So I'm just like I'm gonna do this where I'm just going around killing a bunch of shit and. That Atomic Cross is really fun because it's like you're killing things, you're going in different lands and like killing different monsters, but you're also getting seeds, so you have to like plant them on a farm and you have like plant these weird plants that are like alive and you harvest them and you get money and points for them, so then you go into like this other section at the end of that first day or that season or whatever, and then you get prizes and stuff and you can level up and get new weapons and new guns and stuff, and then you can go back out and like do another run and get more people and then come back and plant newer seeds and get
7
life.
Days to Die.
Oh, I have that game too. I love that game.
Yeah.
7 Days is like a really good game.
Yeah.
I like survivor-based games too.
I like survivor-based games too.
They're super fun.
Even though I get so mad at the beginning.
I wonder if we can like play together in that. Is that like a
7 Days to Die?
Yeah.
Is that cross-platform?
I don't know.
I
should look that up because I would totally like play that with
zombies.
We could build a cool base.
We could build it.
Valheim. I used to play a lot of Valheim. I was playing Valheim with people. But the only thing about Valheim that I didn't like was the building in it. Like, it was, like, really hard to build in it, and I hated building.
That's Ark. I don't care if anybody is listening to...
It used to piss me off so
The
bad.
building in Ark fucking sucks. Sucks.
Hate
like, the placement, how you have to use things, and you're like, this needs to go together.
Yeah,
Why
and, like, it's almost impossible to, like...
And you're like, logically, this makes sense. But the game is so illogical about how they do things, but I do play Ark.
I say Ark did look kind of fun. Like I remember when it first came out, and a lot of people were complaining about it because it had a lot of glitches. Yeah.
But it
That's why
is
I
a
didn't
fun
really
game
get into it. Yeah.
if you want to kill and ride dinosaurs.
See, I want to ride dinosaurs. That's why I wanted to play it. You can
That's
like
what
have
I
and
do.
ride a dinosaur.
I just want all the animals, and there's an
Yeah.
achievement to get all the animals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you like keep them like in their own cages and stuff like at
They
your
don't have
place?
to be in a cage.
Oh, they just stay with you?
willy nilly. Well, you just have to tame them and then
Oh, okay.
like get them. You whistle and then they
They're
stay where
yours.
they are.
Okay.
You have to tame them. You have to
Yeah.
do the things. One time, my ex was like, "I want to get a giga," and I was like, "Well, we can't do that because you have to like farm for metal and blah 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 blah. Just like a process." So he went to bed, and I'm see this random giga, and I'm like, "Fuck that! I'm not even gonna build a trap." I like was way up high, like as high as you could be, to where you were still just in distance, and shoot, drive up.
Yeah.
Shoot. It was the most exhilarating thing. Yep, I died, but it
funny.
nonetheless was still exhilarating to me. I'm like, you were almost mine.
Yeah.
Don't need no fucking trap.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can like drive, like be on a mount and like get them, because the building and like the structures in that game, they defy gravity. So like
Yeah.
you can get them stuck
Oh.
where you don't need to have a trap if you're smart about it. And then you're like, yay, resources saved. You're dead now. Because they can't move.
Oh, okay.
So that's often what I would do with Tyrannosaurus Rex. Or not Tyrannosaurus Rex, is Triceratops.
I feel like I'd want a bunch of velociraptors. Like I just want a bunch of raptors to like walk with me and just be a horde of raptors following me around.
You wouldn't after a while because they
Oh.
make this annoying hissing sound.
Oh.
Like, and when there's a lot of them, the ambient noise, even when you turn it down, is like so loud.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like
Super irritating. Yeah. Ew.
like
You can't mute them.
no. It's
You
just
can't put like a muzzle on them or something.
no.
Shut up.
It's just like, and then that's the other thing about Ark is like, if you have a lot of animals, they all have their own wonderful sound.
Oh, okay. That's
so
cool.
it just gets really loud.
Yeah.
So if you have like sensory things, if you're just like, I gotta go into the forest.
Yeah.
But the best map on that game, in my opinion, is. Now I drink myself. Oh, they have like a Norse theme one.
Okay.
But I can't remember what it's called right now. But like you can go to Asgard, just different realms that are in Norse mythology, and I like that.
Yeah.
And I like when you can go into any area on a map that is the redwoods.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like a specific map; it's a part of the map
Yeah.
because it's so pretty, and they have like whippoorwills.
It did look like the graphics were like really nice in that game and everything. Like,
I guess on the PS5 it's really nice.
Really?
From
Yeah.
what I was told.
yeah.
But I don't know. I do like those kind of games.
Yeah. I like games where you just kind of, I don't know, have like an open world and you can just kind of like explore. Like there's not, like you can do your quests and stuff, but you also have the freedom to just go explore and do what you want to do and then come back to your quest later. And
Yeah,
stuff.
that's wow.
I like the freedom of everything.
That's wow.
I know, but I don't have the time
They're
or
like,
life.
here,
for
take
WoW.
all this and have 50 million quests that go with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm already living a real life with quests, you know?
Yeah. True, yeah. But I like the quests and stuff. I like playing games with like quests and just things I need to do. And
I can't remember this cheerleading game
Achieving
I
things.
used to play. It was like some cheerleading game where you had to be this cheerleader, but you had to go into the school and you had to like kill people. Lollipop. I don't know, my brain is not working. Lollipop chainsaw maybe,
okay.
and that was her weapon.
Oh,
Was
a
a
chainsaw?
chainsaw.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I
Sounds fun.
played that game, but then the sexual innuendos in that
Oh.
game were like not.
You
for
just
me.
weren't into it.
And I
yeah.
think I played a computer. Well, when I was younger, I played this computer game called Leisure Suit Larry.
Okay.
This is how old I am. Okay. Basically, you have to be this man who's like a pervert,
Oh,
and you're
gosh.
stuck on this cruise ship,
Okay.
and you have to do like all these disgusting sexual favors and whatnot, or get people to give you sexual favors,
Okay.
and like get money while you're on this cruise to get off the cruise.
Okay.
Super fun game if you have a dirty mind.
Yeah.
Not recommended if you have.
Not for children.
Not for children, which I didn't have at the time. I was only married to one.
I don't know if you ever play this, but like you know how maybe you don't know, but when you were younger, like kid, you could like go online and there was like different websites that were like just game websites. Like, did you ever play Neopets? Or do anything with Neopets? Okay, I was big into Neopets when I was little. Like, I loved Neopets. I actually forgot completely about Neopets until like a couple years ago when people started talking about Neopets again. I was like, oh my god, memory unlocked, like, Neopets! But I used to have so many pets. I was trying to collect all these pets and like hatch all these pets and just have all these things, and I don't know. It was just so much fun for like a kid. Like, basically, like, I don't know.
I didn't do any of that.
I don't think we got a computer until I was in like middle school maybe, but
that sounds
like,
fun.
what was the, well, other than, okay, so you basically, first games were like NES and stuff like that, but like what was your first, I guess your first computer game was like the WoW and stuff like that, is what you were saying.
It was the Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My first like big thing I got into that I was like obsessed with when I was a kid was The Sims. The Sims was everything to me. I would play, like I had the first original Sims Breaking Out, whatever. I had the Sims 2, Sims 3. I'm not a fan of Sims 4. I played Sims 4, but like all the Sims and like little expansion packs and everything.
Oh my
like
God.
I was obsessed. I used to write stories for my Sims. I would like take snapshots and write a storybook. Like I'd have like a whole thing going on, and
like that's so therapeutic.
It really was.
Lots of people play that game.
I would play for hours, and my mom would be like, "Okay, time to get done." And again, my eyes would be all like fucked up. I always wonder why I have such bad vision. It's gaming. Gaming ruined my eyes.
One of my first favorite games was Crash Bandicoot.
Oh yeah, I used to go to a friend's house because she had a PlayStation. We never had PlayStations at like my house when I was a kid. We always had like Nintendo-based things, or like a Sega. But she had a PlayStation, and we always played Crash Bandicoot like continuously. That's like a memory that I have. Like every time we'd go to her house, we just sat there for hours just playing Crash, like
super
all
fun.
the time. Yeah,
Super
Crash
fun.
was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to play a lot of Donkey Kong on my Game Boy.
I was just gonna say, what about
I played Donkey Kong all the time. I fucking love Donkey Kong. Play a lot of Donkey Kong.
Then I played the Facebook Farmville game.
Oh, I never did any Facebook games or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I was like obsessed with.
I don't know. I was always like weirded out by him. I always thought like it was like a trap or something. Like it was like something shady.
I'm sure it was how my computer got infected.
Probably.
I'm sure.
I'm like, I'm not doing that.
But I really like those like farming games.
I do too. Like Stardew Valley is like.
Yeah.
I just married Sebastian for the first time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Don't tell me
We're
what
in love.
happens. Don't tell me what happens.
I won't.
Are you?
We're in love.
Can't even be in love.
My little loner boy.
You can't even be in love.
We are. We're in love with each other. And I'm gonna have some kids just to get the achievement, and then I'm gonna turn them into doves.
I was gonna say,
I don't want them in my house. They're so annoying. You run into them 24/7. They don't move out of the way. Like I fucking hate the kids.
Doves. I know a witch.
Yeah, I know a witch.
There you go. Yeah, that's another game I wish I could play on computer because it's so clunky on the console.
I know.
When I watch people streaming it, I'm like,
that's what I
why do
started
you
out
look
on.
so fast?
I started out on like the 1 year I was with my ex-husband, and we used to go to GameStop like all the time, and I only had a PS3 at that time, and I was like going through the games. I'm like, ooh, this looks really cool. To Stardew Valley. I'm like, wow, what is this? This looks really fun. And then put it in, and from the day I got it, for like a whole month straight, all I did was sit and fucking play Stardew Valley. Like it became that's a problem I have. Like I'll get really into and obsessed with the game, and I'll just like be stuck on it for like the longest time until I'm burnt out with it. Then I'm like, I don't want to fucking touch that for
That's
like the longest
how I was about Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Because
I was like really
I
diving into
wanted
that for a
my
while too.
achievements for all the killers.
Yeah. Oh, so you like really did do like all the killers? And,
yeah, like would not go to bed till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
That's how. And then like of course I had to get survivors, and then I think that was when the game started to get like super toxic, and there was a lot of I would watch people who would stream the game. I watch True Talent a lot, and he's I don't know. You either like him or you don't like him. But
I don't think
like,
I've ever watched him, but I know who you're talking about, but I've never really.
He's very controversial.
Okay.
Anyways, but like this was his primary game that he played, and like I'd watch other people bash him and all this other stuff. Like the game got really toxic. Like it's designed to be toxic, I think. But it's just a fun game if you.
Especially somehow like some of the killers act and everything. Like they're just like I don't know.
I think it's...
Like, I just feel like it's really unnecessary to, like, hang someone on the hook and then sit there and, like, continuously slash them. Like, and slash and slash and slash. Like, okay, I get it, bro. You're, like, pissed off that I was, like...
Yeah.
Doing whatever. Or I'm not even doing anything and you're gonna sit there and slash me 20,000 times in a row. Okay, I get it.
As a killer, I can do it.
Like, so go get other people.
When I watch other people who sit there and, like, camp the hook, I'm like...
Yeah. There was somebody doing that last time.
You're losing points.
Literally.
You're losing points.
There was actually, the last game I just played, like, before you came over the other day, I was playing it, and it was like that, I forget who the killer was.
It wasn't Ghostface, was it?
No, it wasn't Ghostface.
Sick of that killer.
It was the guy who is, like, really big, and there's, like, all the zombies and stuff
Nemesis?
around. Yeah, the Nemesis. He was, like, camping the hooks, too, and, like, he got most of the people, and I was just, like, kind of hiding out and trying to get, like, the generators, and I was trying to save people, but I couldn't, because he was, like, camping everywhere. And then he got the last guy, and I was still creeping around, he, like, couldn't find me anywhere, and then randomly, for once, I found a hatch, and I just, like, jumped down the hatch. I was like, oh, I finally found a hatch.
I bet you he had, like, no points. He probably had, like, 20,000
He was, like, camping so much. I'm like, I don't understand either. Why the fuck
That's
are
so
you camping?
stupid to me. Or, like, how like, they'll chase you. Like, even as a killer, if I find somebody and I'm engaged in chasing you, like, if I'm chasing you for too long, I'm losing points.
Exactly. You might as well go find somebody else.
I have to go find somebody else. Be smart. Like, be smart. Anyway, it gets me riled up. I could talk about it for a while. But I had to put that game away for a hot minute because I played it too much.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of what was the other game that I played a lot. I get games and then delete them.
Oh, yeah. There's, like, a couple of games, too, that I, like, I don't know, like, I'll play for a little bit, and then I'm just like, eh. Do you like to play those, like, these creepy tale games? They're, like, a puzzle. I like puzzle type of games, too, but this is, like, a storyline with, like, a puzzle type of atmosphere to it, so, like, you go through it and you do certain things, but you also have, like, lots and lots of puzzles to figure out. I really like puzzly type of games. Eastward is another really, really fun game. Basically, it's this girl, and she's, like, special, and she has these powers, and there's this guy who found her and takes care of her and has to transport her to, like, these different places, and it's, I don't know, it's so much fun. The soundtrack for that is fucking amazing. It's, like, my favorite fucking soundtrack in the world.
There used to be a DS game like that.
Oh, really?
I mean, not exactly like that. It was this little boy, and he went to this professor. I can't remember. I'm terrible at names, but, like, he went with a professor, and then you had to do all, like, these puzzles. I like games like that, too, but I don't like creepy stuff.
Oh, I love creepy stuff. Like, I have all these weird, like, kind of creepy games. Like, Pocket Mirror. This is, like, what I consider, like, an indie game. It's kind of like, a lot of people probably haven't played this, but this is, like, a really weird sort of, like, puzzly / horror game. That was, like, really, really fun. I really loved that. And that has multiple endings, too. Like, you can, like, do different things and find multiple endings in it. But I always like these little, like, anime-looking type of weird games.
That's an esoteric occult mirror back
Pocket
then.
Mirror? Yeah, she actually, like, would transport through different mirrors and stuff, and there was, like, different, like, demons and stuff in different mirrors.
I like occulty games.
Yeah. What else? Undertale. I don't know if you've ever played Undertale, but this is, like, the best. Just really fun little game. I don't know. It's super weird. Like, I have lots of, like, screenshots. Like, they just have, like, silly little, like, weird humor in them.
Is that like Castle Crashers?
I never played that. What's that?
Oh my god, you're like a knight and you have to save the princesses.
Oh.
And you like...
No.
It's like a slasher game, but it's...
Yeah.
You have to keep going until you...
Does it kind of, like, pixelated like this and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why
I like these little pixel, like, games, too, but it's not like that. It's basically this little boy or girl. I don't really know what it is. It could be either or, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really have a name. But he falls into this place that's like a monster world. It's like where all the monsters live, because the monsters and humans don't get along, so there's a war between them, and he's trying to, I don't know, basically bring peace to it. So you find all these different monsters, and basically the point of the game is not to really fight them. You want to be friends with them. So like, it's like you got to be nice to a lot of these monsters and become friends with them, but some of them you still have to fight. Like, there's some monsters that you, like, have no other choice but to fight them. And there's, like, Sans. I don't know if you ever saw, like, that character Sans. I feel like he's, like, really popular. I'm gonna see if I can try to, like, look him up for you. But he's like a little skeleton, and his brother Papyrus is, like, my favorite character. He's just so weird and random and thinks he's, like, so, I don't know, in charge of everything, but he's not. Right here, this little guy. Have you ever seen this character?
Oh, no.
No? Okay, well, that's, like, the skeleton and his brother Papyrus, and I have a stuffed toy of Papyrus. He's, like, my favorite. And I have a big, like, napstip look in my room. He's, like, a big ghost pillow from, like, that game, too. And it's, like, one of my favorite games. It's just silly and, like, a silly little pixel game, but...
Like Pam is my favorite.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is.
From Stardew Valley.
Oh, Pam. Oh, yeah. Pam. Pam being your favorite.
She's one
Pam is not my favorite.
She's one of them. She's a crabby old bag, okay?
And then I like all these games. These are, like, weird little games. They're, like, I forget exactly the creator that makes them. But, like, this game's called The Kidnap. I've had these other ones. It's, like, this weird little, like, oriental, like, foreign type of game. I forget who makes them. Like, I can't think of the name right now of the creator. And it's not really showing up for me right now. But, they're, like, really weird, and the people's faces are always just really, like, I don't know, stretched onto like the character, and it looks really like awkward and weird, and they're just like these weird horror stories that you kind of have to like go through, and like some of them have a lot of puzzles, and they're scary. They're like jump scary, but it's not like scary like super duper horror scary like gore or anything. It's just kind of like jump scares, but they're also kind of stupid. Like some of them are really stupid. I don't know, but I like playing this too. But yeah, I like variety. Just random.
Variety is good.
Random things. Anything that sounds interesting, I'm like, oh, I'll just play that. Like.
Variety is good.
Yeah.
Variety is good. We want to know what kind of games you're playing.
Yeah.
Tell
what do you guys
us.
like to play? What's your favorite thing to play? What have you been playing lately that's new and interesting? Maybe something we haven't heard of that we could kind of dive into. I'm always down to hear like new games and things. So.
Yeah. And
always.
What kind of games got you started? When did you get started?
Yeah.
Do you find that they help you in your real life? Can you like... There was like a TED Talk about how gaming is... You're supposed to do it. Like, I forget the woman's name, but she was basically saying like the art of gaming helps you heal yourself. Like being able to put yourself in situations like maybe you wouldn't be able to do in your normal life.
True. Yeah.
Are therapeutic.
Yeah. Living like alternate lives through like gaming. Yeah.
It's like a more healthy response than like raging on people.
And being like chaotic. Yeah.
So tell us if that is an experience that you have as well.
Yeah, we would love to know.
I guess that's all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And once again, if you want to watch this, you can find our YouTube page. I'll be posting links for those things on the socials, so keep an eye out for that. We're also, like I said, starting a TikTok page and things like that too. So there will be little videos and things out, kind of directing you where to go to find all these things. But we appreciate you guys. Yeah, we appreciate you guys, and we hope you enjoyed this episode. And we will talk to you again here very soon.
Bye.